It's the special edition of Giving Tuesday. It's a place to give. One, Dr. Lotus and Kim Jacobs from the Kim Jacobs Show for the Gabe's Heart Foundation. Hello, and welcome to the broadcast. I'm your host, Dr. Lotus Richey, just one of your hosts. I will be joined shortly by the amazing and phenomenal, spectacular, none other than the balanced Dr. Kim Jacobs herself. She will be joining us, and we will be joining her in a live broadcast. Hello, everyone. So until that time, stand by. People all around the world are learning more and more about heart illness and its impact on our families and friends. According to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, about 2,000 young, seemingly healthy people under the age of 25 in the United States die each year of sudden cardiac arrest. In most recent years, we've seen this disease claim the lives of young people like Gabriel Jacobs, whose mother, famous show host Kim Jacobs, created the Gabe's Heart Foundation. This foundation is one of many foundations that exist for the sole purpose to help others prevent and inform people of cardiac arrest. And the goal of Gabe's Heart Foundation is to raise $20,000 to place AED defibrillators in youth congregated spaces. These defibrillators can help save the lives of sudden cardiac arrest victims. Just like our young 18-year-old Bronny James, son of basketball great LeBron James.
I am so grateful to have each of you all here today. We're going to have just a great episode lined up for you. And it's an extended kind of episode today because we are talking about Gabe's Heart Foundation. And with Gabe's Heart Foundation, we're doing what's called Giving Tuesday, Give-a-thon today. So throughout the day, you'll be seeing us come on and broadcast. And I encourage you all to share this broadcast right away with everyone that you can think of. Get them in the virtual studio audience and afford them the opportunity for one of the largest days of giving in history, which is Giving Tuesday. It's where nonprofits get the opportunity to showcase what it is that we are looking to accomplish within the world and be able to have donors, people that care about different causes and initiatives, to come in and be able to give to a specific organization. And so it is our desire for you to consider Gabe's Heart Foundation and to be able to give to our cause. And so welcome to today's episode. And I am Kim Jacobs, the host of the Kim Jacobs Show, but I'm also Gabriel Michael Jacobs' mom. And so I'm honored to be able to represent him as founder of Gabe's Heart Foundation.org. Gabe'sHeart.org is where you can go to learn more and also tell you about our organization. Gabe's Heart Foundation was started in 2015, April 9th, actually. It was retroactively given the opportunity to go back and be a 501c3 nonprofit organization. And I thought that alone already kicked things off at a whole different level whenever I found out that the IRS actually had went back and retroactively allowed Gabe's Heart Foundation to be founded and formed on April 9th, 2015. And the reason that that is so significant is because that's the day that he ultimately transitioned from this earth and went to heaven. So I know where Gabe is. I believe wholeheartedly. And again, everybody, we all share different spiritual beliefs. So this is Kim Jacobs' personal belief. Let me make sure I put that up, that the views, and make sure that we pop that comment up. The views that are expressed throughout the broadcast today are literally simply views of individuals. They are not views of necessarily the show itself or of Gabe's Heart Foundation or of any entity associated with our show broadcast. So I want to make sure that you all are aware of that. Every person coming on, they're sharing their personal stories, their personal testimonies, their tips, their ideas from their own personal walk. All right. So glad to have you all here today. And hopefully we will have a great time here. Now, I do want to let you know that there are different amounts that you can give. Our goal is to raise $45,000 to be able to place defibrillators, portable AED defibrillators in public spaces around the country, wherever young people congregate. So we know that that's in schools, that's in gymnasiums, that's in churches, that's in centers and recreational centers, and you name it, around the world. Young people are always somewhere. Grocery stores, young people are everywhere where we all go and exist. So to be able to have portable defibrillators placed in public spaces, it will, I believe, will allow the opportunity for extended time where the paramedics are looking very diligently to arrive to do life-altering procedures and measures. But it takes time just with traffic for them to get there. So when they arrive, then hopefully by that time, CPR and possibly a portable defibrillator being on site could have made just a little bit of a difference. Now, we're not ultimately 100% in control of when someone transitions from this earth, but I believe that if we could get those defibrillators in public spaces, guess what? We can possibly help extend somebody's life on this earth. So I want you to join with us today as we go through this day of giving on Giving Tuesday, and we have our cause of being able to raise funds for defibrillators. We'll be doing a gala, and we have lots of other great things lined up for Gabe's Heart Foundation throughout 2024. But I'm excited about what we're already doing. Let me put up some of the ways that you can give. Here's how you can automatically start giving. I'm going to leave that there just for a moment so you can officially scan the QR code. It takes you to our Givelify page for Gabe's Heart Foundation. And I can see in real time some of the donations that are coming in there if you use that QR code. We also have Cash App, which is Gabe's Heart, $ Gabe's Heart. We also have Givelify, and I put a bit.ly link there just to make it a little bit easier for you to get to if you want to.
People all around the world are learning more and more about heart illness and its impact on our families and friends. According to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, about 2,000 young, seemingly healthy people under the age of 25 in the United States die each year of sudden cardiac arrest. In most recent years, we've seen this disease claim the lives of young people like Gabriel M. Jacobs, whose mother, famous show host Kim Jacobs, created the Gabe's Heart Foundation. This foundation is one of many foundations that exist for the sole purpose to help others prevent and inform people of cardiac arrest. And the goal of Gabe's Heart Foundation is to raise $20,000 to place AED defibrillators in youth congregated spaces. These defibrillators can help save the lives of sudden cardiac arrest victims. Just like our young 18-year-old Bronny James, son of basketball great LeBron James. It is imperative to recognize, prevent, and treat cardiac arrest right where it appears. And you can help us do just that. Here are ways that you can give. You can give to Giftly, Cash App, PayPal, right to the Gabe's Heart Foundation. Every donation counts. You can also lace up your shoes for the 8th annual 5K walk on September 23rd, 2023 at 8 a.m. at Northwest Cabarrus Middle School track. Or you can participate virtually from anywhere in the world. Your participation helps raise awareness and funds to prevent sudden cardiac arrest in pediatric youth. Let's all run for a great cause, and we'll see you there.
Welcome back to the show, and we're joining Kim Jacobs in progress.
Part. Listen, that part right there. If you're hearing me right now, I hope that you can take your right hand and put it on your own heart. Feel that pulse, baby? Well, we're here to help this foundation, the Gabe Heart Foundation, so that we can try to get defibrillators and other sources of need necessary that this organization can use as they will deem necessary and fit, so that we can get help in the hands of the people that need them. So that our young people don't have to die prematurely. They can have the help readily available right there at their organization, whatever organization you're at, whatever school, whatever daycare center, wherever it is that you need one of these defibrillators or that you need support. We want to be able to offer that to you. So as a foundation, we're coming together. All hearts and minds are coming together to do one thing. We want to raise awareness, two things. We want to raise awareness, and we want to raise funds tonight. We're asking each and every one that can, will reach deep or just reach surface. Give out of the abundance that God has given you and afforded you with. And we're asking you to please pour your dollars and cents. Yes, we take it all, dollars and cents, right? If you have 1,000, give 1,000 today. If you have 500, give 500. If you have $10, give 10. If you have 5, give 5. We are telling you there is no amount too small, because it all will go to reach the goal. And our aim is to reach the goal and beyond. I believe. Am I yelling? I'm sorry.
No, I'm motivated. I'm like,
I'm inspired.
Yeah.
I believe tonight that we can do this today.
Yeah.
I know that there is someone that has $45,000 and they can just write the check. If that's you, I pray that God will move in your heart tonight and that you will write the check, because it will be of good use. It's going to go for a good purpose, and you will not be sorry. You are sowing into good ground when you put your bank on Gabriel's Heart Foundation. So please, I am talking to you and you and you. Listen, I have helped thousands of organizations. I have helped thousands of women. I have helped thousands of people out there. And I rarely ask people, I rarely ask you, I rarely come to you and implore you to help us out here. But we want to help this mom reach her goal for this foundation tonight. I believe we can do it. I believe we can do it. Together, we can win. And tonight, we can do this thing. United, we stand. So will you unite with us tonight? Will you unite with Gabe Heart Foundation and the Kim Jacobs Show tonight? And so she's showing you right how you can sow tonight. Yeah. It's on the screen. It's at your fingertips. She even has the QR code. She has worked tirelessly, hard to make sure that we can have every avenue available to us to ensure that there is no good giving that will be delayed or denied. You have every which way you can give. And so I'm asking you to please have a heart tonight, give to the Gabriel Heart Foundation. I am here with my husband, my boo, Dr. Richard Serrano, and he's just going to yell at you too.
Okay.
And say,
yes, let's
hello.
hear from you. He's driving though. Hey, how are you?
I'm driving. Hello, everyone. God bless you all. Hi, Dr. Kim Jacob.
Y'all know the behind the scenes secrets of that. That's why they saying that, just so that y'all know it's not. There's some stuff going on.
Yeah, I just want to say this is a great foundation. You know, from the heart. You know, we don't ask. We always give, and if you want to give to something great and somewhere where your money is going to stretch, and not a stretch, but you're going to help families with some new discoveries and researching and things like that, this is the place to give. You know, a lot of people are spending money on you know, just frivolous things, anything, right? Whatever's on sale. Well, this is not a sale. This is a gift.
Glory.
And all you need to do is put your mind at a place where you want to help. And this is the time of giving, the season of giving. And, you know, I just thank you in advance for your giving. I thank you in advance for your generosity. Nothing is too small. You know, we are here because we stand with Kim Jacobs and all that she does. She is a powerful woman. She's a strong mom. She works hard. She takes care of her family. She takes care of business. This is one of the businesses that God has given us to do, is to take care of her son's legacy. So God bless you, and just thank you for this time. If you have any questions, you know, reach out to us. We're always here. And don't be shy. You know, we are family. All right. God bless you.
Thank you
Love
so much for
You're welcome.
the Serrano Show. Tell everybody how they can stay connected with you, so I can put the information right here.
Absolutely. You can stay connected with us at The Serrano Show 1 on YouTube. And you can reach out to us at marriageCEOs360.com. That's www.marriageCEOs360.com. And you'll have access to all of our social media. So just hit us up and join us on every Thursday, 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Kim, we love you, love you, love you.
Love you. I'm going to put this up so people can associate it with your name and face. Stay connected with the Serranos. You don't want to miss the connection. They have a show, The Serrano Show, every Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. They're dropping some knowledge for husbands and wives and just everyday relationships, just how we can be better in our relationships as a whole. And on YouTube, you can subscribe to their channel. Visit Marriage CEOs with an S 360.com. Marriage CEOs 360.com. Thank you all so much, the Serranos, for being here tonight.
You're welcome. God bless you guys.
God bless you and have a great day. Listen, we're going to come back right now and pull in Julia. Let me pull this young woman into the mix. And I'm also going to pull you in, Dr. Lotus Richey. How are you?
Doing absolutely great. How are you, Kim, the balanced Dr. Jacobs?
I'm doing great, Glad that you are here. I know you're broadcasting over on your platform, so I'm going to talk with Julia for a moment, and then I'm going to pull you back in. Is that okay?
Sounds great. Perfect.
Thank you so much for broadcasting over on the Lotus Richey Ignites show, everybody. I want y'all to know that she's broadcasting simultaneously there and then popping in and out here as well. So we're going to talk with Julia, and then we're going to come right back to Dr. Lotus Richey. She says note takers are money makers. Make sure you make note of that. All right. See you in a minute, Dr. Richey. How are you, Julia?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm way over here like, hey!
There's a lot going on.
I'm so glad that you're here today. Yeah. And thank you for taking the time. I know you are part of our board of directors. So tell everybody about you and your family and why you believe in Gabe's Heart Foundation.
So I'm Julia Ann Simpson. I've been on the show a few times with Kim. I am a author, a faith entrepreneur, Christian life coach, working on my doctoral degree right now. I'm also a single mom. Life is busy, but it's beyond blessed. So
Yes.
I'm also the secretary here at for Gabe's Heart Foundation. It's it's definitely an honor. I love the mission. We've been able to really restore the refocus for this foundation. And it's been a blessing to be part of to see where it's going. It's year 8, and 8 biblically means new beginnings. So we are coming into new beginnings with this foundation to really niche down the heart of Gabe's heart, and that's to save other people. And it's beautiful how it is. Really his legacy. It continues his legacy. He would want people to have these resources.
Yes.
Even if it's not here. Being here in Washington State, there's a nonprofit that partners with the schools here. So locally, there are the AEDs in the school, and once a year they have some doctors that come to the school and they do heart checks for mostly for students, but if they don't have enough students, they open it up to the public. And that it has become our mission here at Gabe's Heart because we believe that resources, knowledge is power. And so that's the whole point of today is not just for the giving part, which is so needed. It costs money to make things happen, but awareness is really the biggest part because if you don't know something, how are you supposed to um, help? How are you supposed to know what to do when situations arise? So why I'm here, and I've been really it's been a privilege to be able to re-niche this down and come in such an opportunity time. So
I'm really grateful that you took the answered the call to be a part of Gabe's Heart Foundation Board of Directors. And like you said, it's important to know, everyone, that with us having this opportunity is really to encourage people to know to get an ultrasound of your child's heart. It's not something that is just easy to do, but really in life it's whatever it takes for something to happen. So whatever steps that you need to take to ensure that you get an ultrasound done, a scan of the heart to determine if there are any defects, that can make a difference for preventative measures. Because we didn't know with Gabe at all that he had any type of defect. We just we didn't know. He was the bill of health in our family. So there was nothing that would have been a precursor or something that people say with different sports and things. They're like, you have to speak up if you're feeling something. Literally, Gabe played in the playoffs for the football tournament in Florida a week before he transitioned from this earth. He was a part of this. He was a part of the football team celebrating. Life was wonderful. No knowledge of anything that was going to be a problem in his life at all. So we don't have a way of determining as a parent that there is a defect that is occurring in your child until sudden cardiac arrest happens. That is not the sign that a parent should receive notification, oh, your child had a heart defect. That's horrible. So we can't let that be the case. So I want to make sure that you all know that all of these young people that are out here playing these sports, and that was, again, the team that went to the National Football Playoffs with Gabe, they were fine, and you thought fine, but in the case, that wasn't the case. It was actually a heart defect lingering behind that we weren't aware of. So get an ultrasound done of your child's heart. Let somebody know you have a family member, a friend that's having some issues, and you're not sure if it's hereditary. I don't know what to tell you to talk to your physician about, but definitely try to get that done. And Julia, what do you feel? You said in your schools in the Washington area, they have defibrillators.
I don't know how it is throughout the state, but um, it's I believe a nonprofit just like this helps make things happen too. So
That's good.
we do have them in our school and in the health class because I was a substitute for the last couple of years until recently, as I moved in my process of life. But that in their health class, they actually teach the kids how they use it and everything. So
that's good. I'm going to pull you in, Dr. Lotus, too, if you don't mind, because you're going to kind of co-host with me. Sometimes when I'm talking about Gabe, I get a little bit overwhelmed. So if I can,
Yes.
I want to pull you in and see if you have any questions as well for Julia, who's here with us today. And Dr. Lotus Richey is also one of our board members, just so you all have full disclosure. So we are grateful to have you as the host of the Lotus Richey Ignite Show and as a board member. Go ahead.
Well, thank you so much, Kim. You are definitely the balanced doctor, because what you're doing is you're bringing about balance, not just across this nation, but across every nation when it comes to helping us help not only our children, but also help other people, whether they're young adults, older adults, or young children who may be facing this type of situation. And it doesn't matter where they are in the world. They could be a world famous athlete like Bronny James. It doesn't stop them from experiencing this. And so I wanted to just jump in and ask you, as a board member yourself, what is one of the most important things, because you're in Washington, but the other Washington, I'm in Washington, D.C., right? So what's the most important thing to you in your community that they can do when it comes to not only having defibrillators in schools, but having them at the playgrounds, having them in other places where people congregate? What's important?
You know, having the awareness so people are aware of them, because you can have defibrillators anywhere and everywhere, but if people don't really know what they are, for one, what are they used for? You know, we were just discussing on one of our last meetings how these should be in apartment buildings. These should be accessible, just like a fire extinguisher is accessible. You know, it's life. It's for life. And it's not just children. I mean, it's an adult as well. So having the awareness has to be front and foremost important. But having the ability to have these, and the whole part of trying to eradicate this isn't just the defibrillators. It's also trying to get to what linkages, how can we really eradicate this to be happening, correct? We need to really be able to help people navigate getting the right tests. We need to make it to where it should be in a wellness check.
It should be just a standard thing.
It should be a wellness check, because it's happening so often to too many individuals. And as a mom myself, and my daughter is my rainbow baby. I had lost my first daughter at birth. And so knowing what it takes to have a funeral and never wanting, you know, you don't want that for anybody, and especially a child. So if we can try to help those people and bring this into such an awareness that people can start advocating to say this should be part of the wellness check. But in the meantime, us being able to get defibrillators and get the awareness out there is just step one for us here at Gabe Smart Foundation.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm glad you said that, because if it was just a part of standard operating procedure that every single child gets their heart checked at birth, which I thought was standard anyway, because I thought everybody had their heart checked. I didn't know otherwise. But I know in Gabe's case, the coroner said he's been a coroner for many years, like it was like over 20 something years. And he said in the history of him being a coroner, he never saw anything like this, because he said that Gabe technically should not have lived outside of the womb. So it was no way. He said there's no scientific way. Some stuff you all don't even know as a board, unfortunately, because I don't talk about it all that much. But he said there's no scientific way for Gabe to have survived outside of the womb. But he did. He walked on this earth for 12 years. So that gives me comfort and peace to know that he was sent here for a reason. Gabriel, Michael, named after two angels. And he walked on this earth. And I'm not saying just walked on the earth. He was like a big giant angel walking on this earth. And he did that for 12 years. So I'm grateful for that.
Exactly. I'd like to take the time, Kim, if I may, to read a couple of things because part of what I'm here to do today, everybody, is bring about certain pieces of awareness that's out there that some of us may not know. And I'm so happy to be able to do that. Kim, you started off so eloquently by sharing what sudden cardiac arrest is. And I've had a little bit of information that I want to share. So I'm going to share this. The CDC, and when we got this from the Center for Disease Control and Prevention, the CDC reports that about 2,000 young, seemingly healthy people under the age of 25 in the United States, now we're just saying the United States alone, die each year of sudden cardiac arrest. The American Academy of Pediatrics also estimates that approximately 2,000 people under the age of 25 also die because of the same concern. So I said, okay, they're both speaking the same language. Right. So I went over to healthychildren.org, and Lindsay May, an MD, they put together an amazing article. And the article talks about sudden cardiac arrest in young people as well. And Lindsay May shares this story. The story goes like this. An 8-year-old boy playing his first season of Pee Wee football goes into cardiac arrest suddenly after practice. A 10-year-old girl's heart stops beating just after she takes her long-awaited turn down a water park slide. A 14-year-old girl or student sitting in math class falls to the floor, unresponsive. A 16-year-old high school basketball player collapses on the court after making the game-winning shot. I said earlier on that it can affect people no matter who they are, where they are, whether they're participating in sports or whether they're sitting in the classroom or whether they're sitting next to you or I. But one of the things that can help save a life is what we're doing here today. And we see many organizations that are talking about sudden cardiac arrest. Yes. People are working and coming together, and we're asking you all around the world, not just here in the United States, to join us, because the Gabe's Heart Foundation, we're doing more than talking about it and sharing stories. We're asking for help, like so many other organizations are asking for help, because we want to take these defibrillators and we want to put them in places where anybody can get them. On an airplane, at a roller rink, at a restaurant, in the restroom. Okay? People pass on the toilet every day. We're here for real talk. Dr. Kim says real, relatable. This is real and this is relatable. Wherever people are, we need to have defibrillators. That's my thought. What do you think about that?
Well, I personally think that defibrillators should be in every public space, grocery stores, everywhere, because children and young adults and people are always there. So I think that that's something that is a given. And it's in Gabe's Heart Foundation, I believe, will be a part of making that happen some kind of way.
And we are making it happen.
Oh, yeah, we've already been approved.
That's right. We've already been
approved. We've been approved by a company, which was a long process, but we've been approved by Defibitech to formally be able to start purchasing all of the defibrillators and get them into these public spaces. Sean came on, our chairperson of the board earlier today, and she said that the cost, when we look at it, is approximately less than like about $700 or so. And if we want to get the program management piece, it adds a couple of $100 or so more onto it. But the defibrillators get drop shipped right to your location, no matter where you are in the country. So
catch this.
What?
Corporations like Wendy's and McDonald's and Burger King and Toys R Us and all these amazing places can contribute to the Gabe's Heart Foundation, okay, as part of what we're doing to put these defibrillators in. We're talking about companies that make billions, if not trillions of dollars a day, probably, right? Servicing us with food or cosmetics or toys or what have you, or even broadcasts, NBC, ABC, all of these huge corporations, they can donate $700. Oh my, that's a drop in the bucket.
That's right.
Our large and small corporations can provide any amount, because any amount would help us help someone else save a life. So I wanted to, if I may, just kind of delve into some of the remarks from our viewers all around the world, because
before I do, I wanted to take a commercial break. That's the only reason I didn't start that. That's funny when two people are hosting, right? Because we both love each other. Like, girl, I'm gonna go to the comments. I just need to take a commercial break first.
I wish I had my glasses on.
We're gonna take a commercial break. Julia's like, hey, do I leave? Do I stay? You're gonna stay because you're just a beautiful vessel over there with us, and you can chime in if you don't mind for a few minutes. Is that okay?
And I've got some more questions for Julia too as a co-host.
Yeah, we can't let you go yet. You look kind of situated over there, Julia. So listen, we're going to take a quick commercial break, and very glad that you all are here today, tuned in. And Dr. Lotus Rashay is here co-hosting. So honored to have her here. And then we're going to come right back. Okay. Right back. Thank you so much for being here, you guys. We'll be right back.
My father had 4 of his fingers amputated in a workplace accident. It was the first injured individual I represented, and I knew I had to win that case. When someone walks into my office and they've been injured, I know what they're going through. If you've been injured at work with Hunter and Everett. We've got the experience, so let us help you.
All right, everyone, we are back, and we are going to take some audience comments. Oh, what in the world? Dr. Lotus Rashay. I'm going to pull her off for 1 second, and then she'll be right back in. What she's doing is broadcasting simultaneously. So she's doing quite a few things over there, multitasking and helping me out today. So let me see. Oh, you want to get your glasses. You're so funny.
My family haven't even seen these yet.
I'm like, what in the world? You done got your glasses.
That's right. And what a beautiful gift to give someone the gift of a defibrillator. Thanks, Kim.
Wow. Okay. So do me a favor. Let's talk through some of these studio audience comments. I'll pop them up, and then you can read them, and maybe we can start addressing some of them, if you will.
Fantastic.
Thank you all so much in the studio audience for being here. Thank you, Julia, for being here as well. I see you, Sheila. She said, go ahead. You can co-host.
So, Julia, what did Sheila say?
Honestly, I can't wait.
No, Julia, like,
I'm
just
on my
ask me.
phone, so
Yeah, just let's go ahead.
So Sheila said, Sheila Hill, we thank you for your comment. She said, this is great. And we love you too, Sheila. And Whitley Dozier said, just donated. So thank you, Whitley.
Thank you so much, you guys.
JB and I will be donated. That's before she said she just donated. So she just donated.
Oh, I know who this is. You know what? This is a young lady that just got married.
Congratulations.
Anyway. No, she just got engaged. She just got engaged. I done already threw her into marriage. Because when you see this couple, you think that they've been married forever, but I think she just got engaged and they're about to be married. So anyway, they are adorable.
So we got to get them on the Dr. Soriano show right after the wedding. We'll see y'all soon.
Oh, absolutely.
Hello from DC. Angela Elton's in the house. Thank you so much, Angie.
All right. I see lots of comments that's coming in. I hope I'm not missing stuff. But what we'll do is we'll go throughout the broadcast and make sure that we put your comments up so you can keep all of them flooding in. And let's take a moment to let people know how they can donate as well, because people want to know we're doing a give-a-thon today. And so throughout the day, you can donate. And even even if you don't donate right this second, you have the ways to donate. But the goal is to be able to. This is one of the biggest giving days in history. So please take a moment. And I see Angie's comment. Early detection. Read that.
Early detection is key, and early assessment aids in early intervention.
Well, and let's talk about that between the three of us for a minute. What does early detection look like from your perspective? Because I have my own, but I'd like to hear your thoughts on it as well.
So did you want to give me?
Go ahead, you, Julia, you first.
All right. So early detection is key. I love that because that's where the awareness comes in, right? If you can be awareness, we have to advocate for our children. And it starts at a young age. So if we can advocate and have those discussions with our doctors, so that way they can be the right assessments. Sometimes we have, insurance can be really sticky. But if we have enough people that are speaking out, that's when things can change in the medical, in the government, and all these different elements. But we have to have awareness and we have to advocate for our children. And that starts early on when they are young and just saying, hey, this happened to so-and-so. I want to make sure, because it is sudden. You don't know, you don't have any warnings. I mean, just like Kim, you don't have any warnings. And so that's scary as a mom. That is so powerful to understand that vital piece that Gabe was completely healthy. Like, he had no symptoms, he had no warnings, yet he should have never, according to doctors, he should have never been able to live as long as he did. And what a gift he was. There was so much that he did in his very short life. And this foundation is just the continuing of his legacy. It's keeping his heart beating by helping other people keeping their heart beating. And I can't think of any other better way of empowering that whole mission is by one heartbeat is literally helping hundreds more, thousands more, millions more, as we continue to have awareness for this very thing.
Yeah. Dr. Lotus, you have any comments?
I think, like Julia, don't compartmentalize the information. Share. I believe that because it is pervasive, we have to not just look at our front yard. We can't just look in our own cities. We can't look in our own towns. We have to look at the world around us, because we live in the world, and people that we're connected to, let's face it, all of us are in social, have a social presence. And now, like never before, we are connected to people in India, in Russia, in Australia, in Pakistan.
Yeah.
And the same things that we often experience here in the United States, our counterparts experience worldwide. So Gabe's Heart Foundation is an organization that is a movement. And we are moving to save lives and to help people to talk about this. Because let's face it, many times people have never heard of what we're talking about, sudden cardiac arrest. Many people may think that only older people are falling prey to heart conditions, but we are sounding the alarm and saying that is not so. And although it's not so, we can take action in the now. And this is why, in my opinion, Kim, this is so powerful to welcome people to join this movement, because this is a part of getting the knowledge out there, but not just getting the knowledge out there, giving people a toolbox, the toolbox, the whole shebang, the whole enchilada, right?
Yeah,
so that they can address the challenge, because this show and many other organizations and other shows, we are the solution to the challenge. And maybe not the total solution, because let's face it, we don't govern if people live or if they don't. But we are a part of the solution to help them thrive.
That's right.
during the time of crisis.
And
So
I agree. I agree with everything that both of you've already shared. And that's why we're giving you all an opportunity to help hopefully extend somebody else's life on this earth. And I believe just by educating people like we're doing here, and also by encouraging people to go and be an advocate for you and your child and speak up. Say, listen, I don't know what the process is here. Whatever it is, I want to get in that funnel to make it happen, because my child needs to have their just ultrasound done of their heart. And if I need a referral from my physician to be able to get to the cardiologist, that whatever it takes, somebody make sure you type that, whatever it takes, to get your child heart checked, whatever it takes. Because if you know better, then you can definitely do better. But if you don't know, people that have reached out to me have expressed, Kim, because I heard about Gabe's story, I went and got an ultrasound done of my child's heart, found a defect, had it surgically corrected, and guess what? Their child is thriving and living and prevented sudden cardiac arrest. So I believe that we're to be educated that way and to implement the knowledge that we do become aware of when we know about it.
Exactly. And having a family member who actually has a heart condition, and they said it started at birth, but they're over 40. And so they don't want to operate on them because of that. And so I just want to share, and Julia, you may concur with this. I say, don't debate, collaborate. Your $9.50, $95, $950, $9,500 donation can go a long way. As we raise funds for defibrillators, we also raise awareness. What do you think about that, Julia?
I'd like to bring that even deeper, right? So if you do that monthly giving, you know, if we have 100 people give $8 a month, that could be a defibrillator for somebody a month.
That's right.
There's so many directions that you can be a resource. If you only have a little bit of money, every dollar counts, and you can literally be saving a life and giving a resource. It's not just about talking and sharing, which is important. That's a resource in itself. But we're also giving a bigger resource, which is an answer to somebody's prayers. You know, it's that tool. It's that toolbox that we need to be able to not just collaborate, but be able to come in and go further with the collaboration. It's one thing to talk, but it's another thing to do. And here at Gabe's Heart Foundation, we already have the approval to that partnership, and we're asking more people to partner. If you know somebody that you want to bless them with, we have this extreme discount that we can literally order it for them and have it sent directly to them. If you want to bless somebody and just say, how can I do this? Just call us, you know, email us, let us be able to really partner with you and come alongside and make sure that everybody is blessed with this essential tool.
Let me tell how they can email us tell them how to email us. Julia, that could be your part for today. Tell us.
So you can email me. I'm the secretary here at Gabe's Heart Foundation. My email address is julia@gabesheartfoundation.org, and or you can message Kim as well. Kim at gabesheartfoundation.org as well. So yeah, just reach out to us. And many of us, we're still updating our website. You'll be able to see all the board members here within the next couple months. But we're doing a refresh and a reboot to this organization to really be able to make that heartbeat really count.
Absolutely. Thank you for that. Thank you. And so as we're going to be talking more about today giving and being able to officially give, I want to pop that up and give you a chance, Dr. Lotus Rashay, to give them some of the ways that they can start giving now. I'm going to look at some of the different platforms so we can send some shout outs and say thank yous. So if you take over for this for a moment, I'd greatly appreciate it.
Thank you so much. So for those of you that might just be joining us or putting us on repeat, or you've been in your seat for the whole duration of this amazing broadcast, we welcome you, not just you. Tag your friends and people that you know, that you love and care about, and tag your frenemies too, because they want to give and care, because sharing is caring. You can go to Cash App. You can go to Giply. You can go to, look right there, PayPal me. /Gabe's Heart Foundation, and you can go to gabesheart.org. Again, you can go to gabesheart.org, go to PayPal me, go to Giftly, go to Cash App, and you can also call Kim direct. I'm sure she's going to run a number down there for you to see. You can contact Julia, or you can contact me, so that we can help receive. The caring is sharing, because today is the best day to give. But listen, if you're joining this broadcast late, or if you're replaying this and it's not Tuesday anymore, it's Wednesday or it's midnight or whatever day it is, you can still give. We welcome you. Thank you so much.
All right, we're going to take another commercial break, and then we're going to come back and hear some more from Julia and Dr. Lotus Richey, and we'll go to some of the studio audience comments. Take a moment and be a part of this continued give-a-thon that's happening today on Giving Tuesday. You should be sharing this broadcast with your friends and encouraging them to give today on this International Day of Giving. And we're going to take a break and come right. Well, you know what? While I'm here, it changes back to my talk show background, but I want to take a moment and just show you all a picture of Gabe, number 95. And that's the actual jersey that they retired with the Northeast Dolphins. And Gabe was 12 at the time that he transitioned, but he also was a giant. He would stop the football games and help people up. And the coaches would be like, Gabe, you cannot do that. You can't. No. You don't want to be hurt, So he was, he didn't have a problem wearing pink in honor of breast cancer awareness. So he was like, I'm wearing pink because I love everybody and everybody needs to be celebrated. Gabe always went to the extreme to help every single person and to support everyone. So, and he loved football. That's him and his siblings in the bed together. And what is he sleeping with?
His football.
He loved football. So, but again, he never had any signs or symptoms that we knew about. So we couldn't prepare for anything. He was the best bill of health out of all of my children. And I have 5 children, and he was the healthiest out of every report that we would ever receive. Gabe received the bill of health. Isn't that interesting?
Very.
So I'm saying that to you all, especially as we're giving in honor of this Gabe's Heart Foundation Giving Day. These 5 children here, 3 of my children kick and live with and fight and just do everything they can to get over cystic fibrosis, which is a lung disease. So here we thought, these 3 children had this issue with mucus building up in a lung disease type of thing, when in fact, Gabe was the one always helping everybody else. But he was the one that had a defect that caused sudden cardiac arrest.
Exactly.
Yep.
Let that sit with you for a minute. So we're going to take a quick break and we'll be right back. Make sure you tag a friend and tell them to come on in. Kim?
Why learn about health when you can experience it? Experience it in beautiful Florida in February 2024. Join us for 3 days of integrative and intensive health and healing education and empowerment with the expertise of the following Healthopedia author, speaker, and facilitators. The world-renowned homeopath and acupuncture physician, Dr. James Marinakis, 4-decade health coach and holistic nutritionist, Dr. Joe D. Bear, and others such as Kimberly Meredith, Dame Doria Cordova, Rex Sykes, Dr. Gary Sanchez, Jamie Kerr, Serena Brown-Travis, and more. Experience daily morning walking and yoga, interactive participation, panel discussions, and more for your own epiphany of health. Get your tickets now.
All right, we are back here on the Kim Jacobs Show, a special episode of a give-a-thon that is in honor of Gabe's Heart Foundation, raising $45,000 is our goal today. And thank you all for those that are already contributing to the goal. Dr. Lotus Rashay, I'm going to put some of these comments up and see if you would be willing to talk about some of them. Let's see.
Yes, definitely, of course. And so, as you'll see, as we move on with the broadcast, I'm going to be changing my hats from time to time. This is my hat from Singapore. So all of our people from Singapore, we want you. We need you. We need your help. Donate today. Make it a Gabe's Day in every way. Make it a Gabe's Day. And if you're coming in from Singapore, let us know. Thank you. So Angela Elton says, thrive because we act. Love that. Angela also says, do whatever it takes.
I'm over here multitasking doing all of this, but it's okay. Go ahead.
Sheila said, whatever it takes. Angela Elton also said, what should we be concerned about? What are some possible indicators, basically, of when someone may be suffering from sudden cardiac arrest? Are there any signs?
Yes, there are quite a few signs. One thing I'll share with you, the signs of cardiac arrest, a person, according to the CDC, may be in cardiac arrest if they collapse suddenly and lose consciousness. They just pass out. It may not even be that it's going to be sudden cardiac arrest, but these are some of the precursors that people can look for, according to the CDC. They're not breathing. This is if they are in sudden cardiac arrest. If they're not breathing or they're gasping for air, they don't respond to shouting or shaking, and they don't have a pulse. That's when you know a person is definitely in sudden cardiac arrest. They collapse suddenly, lose consciousness, completely pass out. They're not breathing, and they may be gasping for air, and they don't respond to shouting or shaking. You're having a sudden cardiac arrest moment. But one of the things that Julia said that I really want to highlight on is if you want to gift someone a portable defibrillator, even in their, she didn't say in their home, but I'm saying in their home, because if you have it in the home, just like a fire extinguisher or something, in my opinion, then that can be a life-saving measure. In our case, my son Ivan had just finished CP. Yeah, I'm gonna let you talk, Dr. Lotus.
So he had just finished CPR training, but even with CPR training, and as a person who's been an instructor for Red Cross for first aid and CPR, and also specializing in infancy, you know, it's without question that a defibrillator can make a difference, because, you know, we have to give so many compressions over time, and it's so tiring. But with a defibrillator, it can really, you know how people say 10x? Dare I say, it can 10x the ability to save that life. So those of you that are in the Philippines, we need your help. Go ahead and help us help someone else save a life. It may be a person that we may never see, but the defibrillator can connect you and me to them. So in the Philippines, we need your help.
Okay, so everyone around here that is interested in donating, I'm just going to take a moment and put this QR code up. It takes you directly to Givelify if that's the way you want to donate. And some people may not scan the QR code, but you can go and use Givelify plus Gabe's Heart Foundation if you want to be able to track your own donations, and they're all tax deductible. Gabe's Heart Foundation is a 501c3 nonprofit organization. And so let me put that up there for you, the image again. I've gone between my show and the backdrop of Gabe's Heart today on purpose, but let me pull this.
Hey Kim, where are we at currently on?
Right now we have about 2.5% of our goal met. So we're trucking right along. Let me acknowledge some of these people. We have Raya, one of our board members, just sent in a donation, and I'm grateful for your contribution. We see it, Mariah. Thank you for taking the time to do that. Whitley Dozier, thank you so much. We see your donation, you and JB. Thank you. Baby, we see your donation. Thank you for your generous donation as well. Angela Permenta, thank you. And these are on different platforms. So you may see the donors on different platforms, but they're all coming in on different platforms. Let me specify this. I had a few people do a company donation.
Yes.
This is critical information to know. Let me put this back up. Gabe's Heart Foundation. Our goal today is to raise $45,000. Okay, that's our goal. And we're trucking right along towards that goal. And I believe that we're going to accomplish it over the next few days here. So keep your donations flooding in. But this one company representative, she's been in corporate America. Actually, this person is my sister. So I'm going to use her specifically as an example. This one person, Felicia, my sister, works with a company that she's worked with for about 20 something years. And she went in and did a company event sponsorship where she went in to do her pay. I don't know the right way, but the point is she went in and donated to Gabe's Heart. In turn, the company matches the donation. So now this bulk donation amount, which I'm not specifying everybody's donation amount, but this amount was matched and doubled by her company. And other people within her company are doing the same thing. So I'm like, get out of here. So your company that you work for, your employer, may match your donation that you give to Gabe's Heart Foundation. If you need to do that internally within your company, do that. And we still get access through the portal. And whatever paperwork we need to complete as a 501c3 nonprofit, we'll do that as Gabe's Heart Foundation. Yes. But make sure you take advantage of your company matching gift opportunities for Gabe's Heart.
Yes. And so I like to jump in and thank Charles Prison in sunny Hawaii. He says aloha and he is watching us. Charles, we need you all the way in Hawaii. We need you in London. We need you in Liverpool. We need you in Lexington. We need you. Any state, any country that starts with an L, we need you. Go ahead and give.
That's funny. And then also Dr. Connie Green from Wisdom Tips with Connie Green. She also just sent a donation in today as well. Virginia Rutherford Hall from Wings of Wisdom Show sent in a donation. And so I want to say thank you to all of you all that are sending in these donations. And quite a few others are coming in as well. That's just been coming in since our 5K walk. So I am going to take time to acknowledge some of those too. Any comments, thoughts, anything that's pressing in your heart as you're just sitting there thinking through what's happening here?
It's something pressing in my heart. I just pressed on the page. Go to the Kim Jacobs page. There's is a QR code there. And when you put your phone up, put it on your camera first, the QR code, scan it. A yellow little box is going to pop up. Tap on that box. And when you tap on that box right there, what you see on my phone, Gabe's handsome face is going to pop up and you can make donations of $10, $25, $50, $100, $250, $500, $1,000, $2,500 or more. Go ahead and make your donations because I'm getting ready to make my donation as well.
Okay, so actually that would be a great time for us to just leave this here for a few moments. And then what I'm going to do is just play some background music and give you a chance to donate. Once you have donated, go ahead and put it in the comments section. I just donated. I just gave. Giving Tuesday. I did it. Supporting Gabe's Heart Foundation. Just doing it Gabe's way. Keeping his heart beating. Let's play some music for a minute and give everybody that's here a chance to donate. All right. So we've given some time for everyone to officially be able to donate, and I'll acknowledge some more of your donations. And we are grateful for your contributions today. I see you over there, Dr. Richey, working, and Julia. As you all are here today, we had some other people come on earlier and talk about the importance of having a heart to be able to help those that may be struggling with with whatever is happening in life. But with the defibrillators, what happens is it gives people a chance to be able to have the paramedics arrive. That's all that it does. If the person is certified in CPR and they're certified to be able to do defibrillation, then it gives the paramedics the proper time that it just takes through traffic to get there. So it could take 10, 15 minutes with traffic alone to get to some of these destinations. When the paramedics arrive, they're giving their very existence. I've never ever seen somebody pour their soul into, like, sweating and needing to change clothes, but they're giving everything to try to save that person's life. So we thank every paramedic, we thank every hospital personnel, every staff, every first responder, every person that even just takes the dispatch call. You are all very valued individuals, and we cannot say thank you enough. I'm trying to think.
I was thinking too. So I wanted to share some of the plans for Gabe's Heart Foundation.
Please.
So today we've talked mostly about the defibrillators and resources and how our mission is to continue to go deeper and greater. But one other thing that we're going to be doing on our goal for the next 5K run, which is going to be next
fourth Saturday in September every year. So put it on your calendars. The fourth Saturday every year.
So we're in the works of trying to find, did we find somebody? We're going to be having a heart check right there at the walk. And so, we're also trying to do defibrillators. Is where a lot of money is going, but it's also to have that resource where the walk's going to be. And, in the years to come, we hope to have these 5K walks all over the place, not just there in Charlotte, but we want to have them all over the place. But, it starts somewhere. We got to get it started one place, let it grow and let it absorb. We see so much with the Cancer Society. Well, this organization right here, everything gets poured into everything that's doing. We don't get paid for it. Everything that we're doing it's fully nonprofit. It's really just for the mission to help other people. So that's why we're here. It's not because we're asking for money personally. We're asking money to literally help the next person, that next child, that next family member. It could be your family member. You never know. It could be your best friend's child. But we want to be able to eradicate this disease. We want to make sure that we have a resource and tools to allow people to get checked, to be a resource if it happens suddenly before you're able to even get checked, that you have a resource and that tool to help you in that meantime. We are not God, but He has allowed us to be able to come up with these tools. He doesn't want us suffering. So if we can be a blessing to you, that's the whole point of Gabe's Heart Foundation, is really to keep that heart beating and to bless other people so they don't have to go through the same sacrifices that Kim and her family has had to endure. I know that this day isn't easy. Doing this Giblify and having to bring up those stories, but this is the legacy of Gabe. This is keeping his heart beating because it's literally helping other people's heart beating. And so we just ask for your partnership. We ask for your prayers, any support that you have, just continuing to bring awareness to our mission, to this disease, and just partner with us, even if it's not by money, partner with us by speaking and telling other people that we can continue this mission even to go deeper.
I love it. Thank you for taking the time to do that. We also have a video that is submitted by America's Top Health Foundational Coach, and I would love to be able to share her story with you as well. We're going to go to that now.
Hello there. I'm Dr. Jody Baer, known as America's top foundational health coach. For over 4 decades, I have focused on helping my client patients with foundations of health, foundations of living, and foundations of hope. And today, I want to give my best to Giving Tuesdays, Gabe's Foundation, and Kim Jacobs. There are 5 things that I want to stress. First is your immune system, keeping your T cellars boosted so that there is not myocarditis. There aren't heart disease in these young children or adults. How do you keep your immune system high? Vitamin C, B12, and my personal created VGuard will absolutely boost your immune system and your killer T cells. When your immune system is boosted, you do not have inflammation. And inflammation is the number 1 cause of all disease, but it's caused by stress. And stress is number 2. Make sure that you have quiet, revive time. This is for both adults and children. That meditation and prayer time is essential. And supplementation is number 3. With supplementation, there's an Ayurvedic treatment that's adjuvic. Adjuvic will absolutely calm the nervous system, calm your cardiovascular system, along with turmeric, NAC, called analytocysteine, and MSM, monosodium methane, will absolutely decrease the inflammation in the arteries and make the blood flow. The best, though, is prevention, because as I always say, the body is a miracle-making machine. It can and will heal itself. But prevention, and as I've said on Kim Jacobs' show, I am a mother. I'm a mother of 2 world-class athletes. And I had them take an ultrasound, not only of their lung function, because I've had a situation with asthma as a child, and that puts stress on the heart. But have an ultrasound on your heart. Prevention is the best means for this. Then you can use supplementation, stress management, and immunology, because it is absolutely the truth. Let's prevent these things from happening. Let's prevent as much as we can with diet, exercise, stress management, and immune system boosting. Gabe can be the last one that dies of a sudden heart attack. And with defibrillators at each and every location, as Kim and the Gabe Foundation are working for and with, we can make Gabe's heart still keep beating. And this is Dr. Jody Baer saying, reach out to me at Jody, at Health Coach Jody. Jody is spelled Jodee, or Healthopedia365, or my website, drjodee.com. If I can do anything to support you and your family in the 6 pillars of health. I honor Kim, I honor her movement, and I honor what we are doing together, because when we're apart, we can't do it all. But together, we can do it all together.
Wow. That's awesome, Dr. Jody Baer. Thank you so much for taking the time to provide that valuable input. Wow. Listen, I want to make sure you know too that vproducts.store, that coffee commercial that you saw, it's infused with like 6 different mushrooms that are available, and people love that coffee. So go check out vproducts.store. I want to make sure I get through our episode sponsors today as well. Today's episode is also sponsored by majorpt.com. And I have to take a moment to share with you with this particular person. This is my son that does battle with cystic fibrosis. And he has an initiative that's going on today as well, raising $4,000 as an ambassador with the Boomer Esiason Foundation. He's a student ambassador. And I'm really honored that he's taken the lead to do that, to raise $4,000. So I have 5 children, y'all. I can't only talk about one if another one has something going on significant, right? So I want to thank him for being our episode sponsor today. He actually went on a weight loss journey. This is him, not showing just nudity or anything. He had some underwear on there, but he went on a weight loss journey and is now National Association of Sports Medicine certified. And he helps other people virtually and in person transform into whatever it is that you're like looking to do, whether it's losing weight or gaining weight, bulking or whatever. He can help you with that. And this is his transformation personally. So he's lost over 100 pounds. He's a cystic fibrosis ambassador. And I'd love for you to learn more about him at majorpt.com and support what he has going on as well. He's also a new author at a book called Healthopedia, one of 42 authors in almost like an encyclopedia for health type of thing. So congratulations, Ivan, and thank you for sponsoring today's episode.
So Kim, I personally met Ivan and he is ripped. Can you show your viewers, listen, if Ivan can come from the first picture, help me out, Kim.
Okay, I got you. Yes, ma'am.
Ivan came, not if, Ivan came from this picture, folks. This young man is ripped. You see this, right? That right there. You see that right there? I know that he can help you too. So please connect with Ivan and change your life for the better.
And he has all kinds of testimonials over on majorpt.com. So you can definitely listen to those. There are quite a few rave reviews about him. But I actually think I like this has nothing to do with any of it, but I just want you to hear this.
Always ask people, what if the opposition and adversity that you've been dealt isn't even about you? What if the challenges you're facing are not even about you? What if it's to bring somebody else closer to God? What if it's to improve somebody else's relationship with God? What if it's to fortify somebody else's faith through the way that you handle the opposition and adversity and respond to it? Like I firmly believe when we deal with it.
Yeah.
That's all I got to say.
All right, listen, I had to take a moment to say that because he's doing his campaign today too, and I want to let him know I support what he has going on. Today, we're talking about Giving Tuesday, Gabe's Heart Foundation, helping to get those defibrillators put into public spaces. And I believe that together we can really accomplish that goal. And so please make sure that you give to Gabe'sHeartFoundation.org. You can just go right to Gabe'sHeart.org or Gabe'sHeartFoundation.org. And we're asking for increments of $9.50, $950, $9,500, or any amount that you choose to give is greatly appreciated. It's no set amount that has to be given. Julia, any other things that you can think of that you want to share that's on your heart?
You know, honestly, I think we've covered a lot of it. I really wanted to be able to come on and show support in these ways, but I would really love, not just for today, but for others who want to partner with us to make this happen. Again, if it's just by word of mouth and sharing what we're doing and bringing awareness, or being able to partner and allow us to put more defibrillators in more public spaces and homes when it gets to be that point. You know, partner with us to be able to gift somebody with a defibrillator. Help us be able to really make this mission really hit worldwide, not just in the U.S. But let's really bless these families in this next year and allow people to have the access to a resource that can really change and save a life.
Absolutely. And I appreciate all of your comments and being board members and coming here and sticking with me throughout this particular segment. I know you're like, look, I thought we were coming on for a few minutes here, but now I got you locked in the whole time. And so I appreciate you taking the time. What'd you say, Dr. Lotus?
We with you, no matter what, we're with you. So Kim, I just, first of all, Julia, I love what you shared. But I think my hearing was a little off. Julia, did you hear Kim say to the folks in New Jersey and all in America, did you hear Kim say people can give to Gabe's Heart Foundation.org? Did you hear her say that?
Yeah.
Could you put that back up on? Because I just, okay. So Kim, what did you say about Gabe's Heart Foundation.org?
So you can just literally go and visit the website, gabesheartfoundation.org, and there's a donate now button there, and it will take the donation right into the proper account for you to be able to have it designated where we'll do defibrillators. We're planning for our gala. We have lots of things that we have going on to be able to have a wonderful time of honor for people that even in the community that have a Gabe's Heart, and we're trying to honor some of those, and we would like to honor some of those individuals that literally have a heart as big as Gabe. But then there are also people that have heart procedures coming up, those that have experienced sudden cardiac arrest, and they're going to be coming to share their stories. A lot of a time of reflection, information gathering, and being able to provide some resources to appropriate parties.
I love it.
I want to add into that, because when we talk about the gala, our goal is to be able to give 15 defibrillators there at the gala.
That would be
talking about the gala, it's going to be helping with the gala. We're not talking about it being for party use. We're talking about it to literally be able to gift organizations and individuals with these defibrillators right there at the gala. So I want to make sure that's very transparent, that when we talk about we're doing these things, the money's going to defibrillators and the back ends on all these different details, so that way we can be that resource.
That's right. Yes.
Absolutely. If I may, Dr. Jody Baird talked about NAC, N-acetylcysteine. I take it every day. And this company, they're not paying me to say this. They don't give me any money, but this is the brand I take. You can use your brand, take your brand, but N-acetylcysteine is great for the immune system, et cetera, et cetera. But this is the brand I take. So I need to contact someone with now, because we need help now with these defibrillators. So if you're a company out there, I'm taking your brand. So many other people are taking your brand supplements, drinking your orange juice, eating at Cracker Barrel, and all these places. Support us as we support you. We need your help now to help save a life now. And I know I heard Kim say Gabe'sHeartFoundation.org is where you can donate. And I thought I heard Julia say Gabe'sHeartFoundation.org is where you can donate. And I thought I heard me say Gabe'sHeartFoundation.org is where you can donate. And I know I asked all the people in New Jersey, and I know I asked all the people in Singapore, right? Because I know some folks there, and definitely asked someone in the Philippines to chime in, right? And definitely all the people in London to chime in, Liverpool, Lexington, wherever you are, Luxembourg. We need your help today to pour in and help us help save lives, help people not just survive, but help them thrive. And you can go to Cash App. You can use the $ Gabe's Heart, right? You see that? You can go to Giftly. You can go to PayPal.me, not me, PayPal, Gabe's Heart Foundation.org. Every dollar counts.
And I see people are doing that. They're doing just that, going and donating today. And we appreciate you all and your giving on this day. I will share this. Gabe is where he is supposed to be. And every time, when I say every picture that he took, he went to the extreme to give honor and praise, and he just was like, always, every picture he's highlighting that I am not my own type of thing. He really went to those measures, and I appreciate his life on this earth and his legacy that he's living and leaving. That's Gabe right there, number 95. He was a beast on the field, so he would move 5-6 people at one time down the field. But so he knew how to handle his business, but he was also a gentle giant and the anti-bullying mediator at his school. And they coined him as Guardian Gabe.
Gabe, yes.
So he was the person that would help the people that were being bullied and those that were doing the bullying. He would call them together and have a meeting of the minds.
Yes.
And he would say, hey, why would you want to do this to this person? They can't take care of themselves. And he would do all of that. And at the end of the day, the people became friends as a result of just the efforts of Gabe. And this one picture here, I have to show it. Have you ever seen that before? An upside down smiley face rainbow?
No.
I've never seen that ever in my entire life. But on the day, 1 year after Gabe's transition from this earth, and I can't make this stuff up, y'all, the exact same time, and I have no idea, I'm not some mystical theory person, but this is what happened. At the exact same time, his brothers went out to play a game of basketball to commemorate his life. Because the year before, when everything happened, it was at this location at this time. And up above the tree lines, both of my sons started taking pictures. One has a picture with the eyes and the nose, and the other one had this picture, but this is the only one we could capture. A smiley face rainbow appeared in our yard above the tree line. You can't make this up. So I believe Gabe is smiling from heaven. Yeah. That's what I believe. That's why I always have to put this up. The views expressed, let me put that comment, and I normally have my agent helping me with that. The views expressed are that of my own personal opinion and everyone else that's represented here. And it does not always reflect that of the Kim Jacobs Show, CTR Media Network, Gabe's Heart Foundation, or Believe in Your Dreams Network. So I just want to make sure you know that this is Kim's personal opinion. All right. All right, let's see what hat you working with over there, Dr. Lotus. What is that? I didn't hear you.
Good.
You're not even muted.
I was muted. I muted myself. So I was on the phone a few hours ago with a friend of mine in sunny San Diego, California. Well, I'll be in the next week or so. And I was telling her about Gabe's Heart, and I just texted her on the phone and said, hey, I need your help. Would you help me donate whatever you want to donate to Gabe's Heart Association? And so if you're in sunny California, you on the beach, you got your best hat on, right? That's one of my hats. Or you want to stay salty. You want to stay salty on the beach. We need your help. And if you're not on the beach and you're messing up your hair like me, but you want to be cool and add a little bling to it, you can add some bling and some cha-ching to Gabe's Heart. Go to Cash App, $ Gabe's Heart. Go to Giftly, go to PayPal me. Not me, baby. PayPal Gabe's Heart Foundation. And for those of you that might be doing your little fashion or your dashing into church, go ahead and not only say a prayer and give the most like Gabe always did, but go ahead and dig deep and give to the Gabe's Heart Foundation. Every dime, every penny counts. And we are so appreciative because we know that Gabe is a child that lived his life to help others live their best life. And we can do all that we can do from Gabe's Heart Foundation right to you. Thank you.
All right. Thank you. And I see your comment saying that defibrillators are a life-saving measure. And so thank you all for your participation in the audience today. And it is a gift. It's a gift. It's a gift. If you can get a defibrillator on site, it is a true gift from God, in my opinion. Because you never know what that can do to be able to extend that person's life. So let's give the gift of life, hopefully. Let's give the gift of life by having compassion coincide and collide with action. And that's what's happening here with Gabe's Heart Foundation.
Yes.
Any closing comments?
Actually, as we were talking and you were sharing that beautiful picture of that smiley face rainbow, I know that there might be other family members of people that have been lost because of this disease, that it probably has touched their homes or their communities. And I would love for them to send us their stories, their testimonies, because I believe those are powerful. And I would love for us to be able to partner together that we can continue to make these heartbeats continue to beat and help other people. So I really want to reach out with a loving and very genuine heart to want to hear your guys' stories. If you want to go ahead and email us, I believe that God, allows us to go through things because it's our testimonies that really can help somebody else. Right. And so let this awareness day, let this giving day also bring forth change in a deeper way. And how, if you're able to not just tell your share your story, but also be able to give in recognition to that person, that we can also share their story and say, this is because of this person's donation and story that we're able to help somebody else. I can't think of anything that'd be more fitting and beautiful to help somebody else. And sharing your story, and however that the Lord may lead you to do that, whatever your faith is. That's where my heart is. I believe that God is divine and all powerful. So however you feel your heart moving in that, I would love to hear it. I would love to hear your testimonies. I would love to see how we can continue to let these stories, these testimonies continue to thrive and help other people.
Yes, I agree. And not everyone that experiences sudden cardiac arrest actually pass away. We know that from LeBron James' son's situation. But there are, in that case, there was a defibrillator right there on hand. So that definitely has to be a part of the statement when it comes to this person made it through and a defibrillator was on hand. So that's why it should be a given that defibrillators are everywhere. So your story may be one that you survived the situation, or it may be someone that you know that didn't survive and there was no defibrillator. You were talking, there were police officers. Police officers we were just talking to. And can you share briefly what generally was said?
So this weekend I was out helping support an event, and I have a family member who's a police officer, and I said, well, I'm going to be working with Kim to have this show this coming week, and we're going to be raising funds for AEDs because of Gabe's Heart Foundation. And we started a dialogue, and what she began, I got Kim on the phone. I was like, hey, Kim, I need you to meet my cousin, right? I like to connect people right in the moment. I don't wait. So we got on the phone, and we found that even police officers, oftentimes, when they go to certain areas, there are not defibrillators in certain areas. And some of these places are schools, and some of them are other places where young school-age kids congregate.
That's important.
And the sad thing is that one, every police officer should know where they're located within the communities. Every police officer, first responder of any type, whether they're a firefighter or a volunteer, they should know, hey, I might be in Rite Aid or ShopRite or wherever. Where's the defibrillator? If they need to help save a life. And the sad truth is that many of them don't know where the defibrillators are because they're not there. The sad truth is that many of our first responders may not know how to use a defibrillator. The sad truth is that our children, our teenagers, college students, adults, we're going to school learning the 1, 2, 3s and ABCs, but we don't know the 1, 2, 3s and ABCs of how to help somebody with a defibrillator unit. One, because oftentimes they're not on the wall or anywhere nearby. And two, our educational systems oftentimes is not equipped to teach these things. So every teacher, no matter where you are, every coach, every service provider, every parent, every caregiver, this is an opportunity for us worldwide to bind together. And just like Julia said, make your contribution and send us a video and let us know why you gave. Let us know why it's so important to you. Let us create a video that will be seen all around the world to wake people up and let them know you are not alone. This is not a fight. We are not fighting anything. We are coming together.
Yes.
We are coming together to help where we can, because the life that we save might just be our own.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Julie.
Thank you. And this is thank you. We're done. And we can't say anymore. I think we've said everything that we could say on this particular episode. Julia, thank you for your generosity of being here, your kindness of sticking out with us throughout the whole episode here. We really appreciate it. Thank
there
you.
actually is something else that we can say.
Oh,
in regards to all that, we want you, if you need defibrillators, if you want to partner with us to help other people get defibrillators, message us. Let us know how we can partner with you. Even if you're going to do a fundraiser, let us partner with you so that way we can get these defibrillators to where they need to be. We can't say that enough. We are looking for partnerships. We're looking for people to be linking arms with us so we make sure that we're getting these resource and tools out there. So in any way that you decide to partner with us, if you're going to give, if you're going to say, hey, my school, I'm a teacher, I don't make very much money, but I would love to partner with you guys and figure out how we can get these defibrillators in the school. And maybe we can collaborate in how we can do a fundraiser for those defibrillators to be right in your school.
Hey, Julia, how about if we get with the teachers and do a $10 Tuesday where we get a teacher with 10 of their friends and all 10 of their friends give $10? I think it could work.
You have your defibrillator, right? So make sure you guys, we have lots of ideas. I mean, we brainstorm and throw out ideas all the time because this is a life-saving measure and it does make a difference. And it's going to make a difference for you all, wherever you are, as you experience and actually start receiving these defibrillators. Yes. Email julia@gabesheartfoundation.org. Share your story. We already said that. Share your story. Share your story. Share how your school, your location, your gymnasium, your grocery store, your whatever facility that's a brick and mortar place, because children and youth congregate there. Get that information over to julia@gabesheartfoundation.org or kim@gabesheartfoundation.org. We're going to merge those stories together, have them shared with the board, and you're going to be hearing back from us, okay? Yes. So please do that right away. And Dr. Lotus Richer, thank you so much for broadcasting this on your platform, the Lotus Richer Ignites show. How can people stay connected with you?
You can always catch me somewhere near and around and doing some work with the Gabe's Heart Foundation. But you can also catch me on my social media podcast, the Lotus Richer Ignite Show. You can find me on Facebook, on YouTube, on LinkedIn, on Instagram, and anywhere you see this face in the place. I hope you're there too. Thank you.
Thank you. I'm going to pop that up. And then also, Julia, tell everybody how they can stay connected with you.
So you can email me at julia@gabesheartfoundation.org.
Yeah.
Also a life coach, author. So you can also find me at www.if-intentionally.com. intentionallyfocused.com. You'll be able to see a lot of the things I do over there as well. So we're just here to serve you. Thank you.
I want to pop that up too, because I want you all to know that these are people that are already doing incredible things in the world. They're not just coming and not bringing value to the world and what they already do in their own everyday walk. So I am so honored to have them here. Julia, I'm typing. That's what I'm. So stay connected with Julia. And here is where you're going to stay connected with her. I don't want to have a program and not give people a chance to personally one-off connect with you all. So I'm grateful for you sharing the information. So you're going to stay connected with Julia at GabesHeartFoundation.org to share all of your stories regarding defibrillators, sudden cardiac arrest, ways to partner and collaborate. And any 501c3 organization, it's the desire to have partnerships and collaborations. That's why we can accomplish so much more together when we do that. We can't be on an island by ourselves and think that we're going to make a true impact in society. So it is so necessary for the partnership. Julia, okay, www.if-intentionallyfocused.com, correct?
Yes.
All right. And then you, Dr. Lotus Richey, Lotus Richey Ignite Show. If you type that in anywhere in Google and anywhere on the computer, you're going to get to Dr. Lotus Richey and all of her programs. All right. Final way to give. And then we're going to close out with the closeout of the show. Let's see.
Where are we at right now before we close? Where are we at right now? What has
okay, I gotta see because I don't know. I gotta go back. Let me put this up for a second, and I will play some music and check. Give me a second here.
Cool.
There we go. Let me play that. Unless you all want to talk and say something else, because I can't. I gotta do both.
Thank you all for joining us today. This is very powerful, and I'm very thankful that you guys are all here today, watching and supporting Gabe's Heart Foundation.
Please, everyone, take a moment to give while we have the giving measures on the screen. And you can always go to GabesHeartFoundation.org as well.
This is Dr. Lotus Richey from the Lotus Richey Ignite Show, partnering with the balanced doctor herself, Miss Kim Jacobs of the Kim Jacobs Show. And of course, the board member, Julia, is in the house. If you are ready to put your money where your mouth is and help out a kind heart, well, it's time to give from your heart to our heart at GabesHeart.org. You can give by Cash App, $Gabes Giftly, PayPal me, not me, but pay to get Gabe's Heart Foundation and give a little heart. We thank you for joining us here today on Giving Tuesday with Kim Jacobs, the Balance Doctor. Woo woo! Hey, baby, I want to know how I could give to the Gabe's Heart Foundation. Well, Grandma, the way you could give to the Gabe's Heart Foundation is go to Cash App, $Gabe's Heart. You can also give in Giftly, PayPal at Gabe's Heart Foundation. And you can also just go to GabesHeart.org. Well, baby, I don't know about all them things, but I know that I'm going to definitely give to GabesHeart.org. And so she do. Did you get that? Yes, Grandma, I gave. Call your friends, baby. Tell them to give too. This is what it costs. Okay, Grandma, I sure will.
Well, we know who can definitely keep us entertained is Dr. Lotus Rashay Ignites. That's for sure. All right. So we've given you all the different ways to be able to give today, and you can always, again, just visit gabesheartfoundation.org to give. Right now, we are at about 3%, no, 6% of our goal. So our goal is to have at least 100% before it's all said. I have quite a few people communicating and saying that they're going to be donating. People are being very accountable, calling and texting and asking, can they give here? Can they do that? We're looking at different platforms. So we are looking at the Cash App, PayPal, Givelify, some companies that are doing matching gifts. So if you are an employee somewhere, your company may possibly match your gift. And we have that happening in multiple instances as well. So let me put back up. You can just go right to gabesheartfoundation.org. We've given you lots of ways to give. So you can just go to any of these ways to give, and it will be received and used for the defibrillators to be placed around the country in places where young people congregate, which is pretty much everywhere, including in homes. Okay. So make sure we take advantage of that. And also we're using funds, we said, for the gala that we're preparing for, but we'll also be giving defibrillators at the gala. So all of that stuff we've talked about throughout this broadcast. Let's make it happen, everybody. And
Yes.
Thank you for everything that you're going to do and everything that you've already done. Any closing comments?
No, I'm getting ready to get myself together for giving around the Christmas tree. And I want to welcome everybody to go ahead and give today, because it doesn't have to be wrapped in a pretty package. It could just be wrapped with all the bells and whistles of what a defibrillator can mean to your company, to your church, to your team, or to any organization that you're a part of.
Also, we do have some of our commemorative t-shirts still left. And so if you say, I just want to get a t-shirt, it's literally $20 and shipping is included. It has all of our sponsors for 2023 on there. And we want to obviously thank all of our sponsors as well. And I did a thank you to individual sponsors on the 11 o'clock a.m. broadcast. But you can get that at gabesheart.org as well. All right. Have a great day, everybody. I am going to say thank you, Julia. Thank you, Dr. Lotus Rashay. Thank you in the studio audience. And thank you to everyone that's giving today on Giving Tuesday for Gabe's Heart Foundation. You all have a great rest of is everybody clear that we can go ahead and?
Yeah. Happy holidays.
Holidays are coming right now too. So happy holidays to everybody. I want to just show this right quick as Gabe's memorial that we have as a closeout. And I want you to know that he is definitely smiling from heaven. He's smiling from heaven. All right, everybody. That's today's episode extended as we do a give-a-thon today for Gabe's Heart Foundation. Thank you for tuning in and have a great rest of your evening. All right. Thank you for tuning in to today's episode of The Kim Jacobs Show and for being in the virtual studio audience. Your presence truly does make a difference, and I look forward to you bringing your friends and family to join you in the virtual studio audience Monday through Friday at 11 o'clock a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I look forward to seeing you and make it a great day.